So the first tool we're going to talk about is what's your working environment, your editing environment. How many people already in here have some place where they like to write code? They like to write code. Cool. And how many people? No, not yet. All right. So your editor is where do you write code? And editors are really helpful because when I write code, and here I've got a temp folder, and inside temp folder I'm going to create a new directory, and I'm going to call that 09 Spring 2017. And then inside there, I could start creating stuff for this class, and I'll just create 001, so there could potentially be 100 files in there. And then inside 001, I create a new HTML file, and this is just index, a traditional name for naming your HTML files. And in here, I could start creating things like H1, type it, hit tab, and hello. And then I could just launch that right here and see what that looks like. And so I just created a web page. Hello, right? First basic web page. But that editing environment did a lot of things which are helpful for me. File management, creating the files. You know, it did code completion for me. It'll tell me if there's an error, right? Like if I have that, it's now highlighted over here that there's an error. Closing tag is not done. I need to add the closing tag. So the editor that I'm using right there is Webstorm. And that's by a company called JetBrains. And so JetBrains is, you know, one company you could use Webstorm for building websites. And you could also do JetBrains Student, and you could come free for students. And so you come in here, free for students, professional developer tools from JetBrains. And so you could get their stuff free if you're a student. Just right at their homepage, if you go here and then go to store, and I guess there's Student Pack, Contact Sales, Team Tools. Used to be a pricing in here. I don't know. I guess it's just the Student Pack now. But Student Pack, that's the same thing now. And you could get access to their stuff for free. So another really popular editor is Sublime 3. And Sublime is a popular editor. People have liked it. I didn't like it, but then they updated it with Sublime 3. And I know people who use Sublime, so that's a popular editor. I also know people who use Atom.io. And Atom.io is another really popular choice and a good choice. Atom.io and Sublime are going to be more, you have to do some work to kind of get it customized. Webstorm kind of comes out of the box ready to go. Things already kind of built into it a little bit. And then finally, the last one that you might think about doing is VS Code, Visual Studio Code. And it's code editing redefined. So this has been getting a lot of really positive press.
So
and if
you
I
say these other two are for more experienced
yeah,
coders?
probably because you got to do some more configuring and setup. And VS Code, if I was to choose one today, I'd download VS Code. I've been with Webstorm for a couple of years. And I like it. I'm super familiar with it. And the only thing that stops me from trying VS Code is there's a switching cost. So it's going to take time for me to figure out how does VS Code work. But VS Code would be the one I'd pick today for, you know, kind of like, hey, I need a new editor. Let me try VS Code because I've heard a lot of really good things. So I'd be interested in playing with it. You can choose whatever editor you want, And in the next video, I'll show you a little bit about Webstorm. So if you guys want to get Webstorm up and running, you could do that.